Peace and love to my beautiful family. This is ordained metaphysical minister Corbin reporting live. You have now stepped in to the Cosmic Christ University, the home of the esoteric and metaphysical knowledge. Now, you see the title, Lilith, the Primordial Mother. I might just say Lilith, the Primordial Mother of Chaos. But by the time you watch this at the end, you'll know everything you need to know about Lilith. Now, before I start on this historic, breathtaking presentation, I want to have a conversation with my beautiful sisters of the planet, my woman, my all-natural, organic, beautiful sisters. This presentation is for you. It's about to have a very, very serious tone, and I thank you for this. To my beautiful women across the world, you know that you have a mother nature. You have a nurture inside of you. You are fertility. You are life. You are the mother of all of this on this planet. But, sisters, you cannot deny that you have a head buster. I wish it would mess around with me. Play around with me and mine if you want to. That is also the essence of who you are. No matter how you try to deny it, that's who you are. So I'm going to say this one more time, and I thank you for rocking with the Cosmic Christ University. You see the title, you know it's about to get serious. But to my beautiful sisters all around the world, thank you for rocking with me. I'm going to ask you this again. Not even asking. I'm going to acknowledge this again. You are the essence, my beautiful sisters, of everything nurture, nature, Mother Nature, caring, loving, fertility, life bringing. That's you, the womb man. But you will be denying a part of you if you say that you didn't have that head buster. Mess around with me and mine and find out. Play with me if you want to. I wish you would. Energy about you. That's a part of you too, my sisters. That's the essence of who you are. Now, let's focus on the latter one that I just mentioned. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that up right. You see it? I'm going to put it in a shrine right quick. Sisters, I'm right back at you. I'm right back with you. Now, to my beautiful sisters watching all across the world, how would you feel if you were forced to extract that part of you? Sisters, how would it make you feel if you had to hide, cover up that essence, that warrior, that headbuster, that primordial energy that makes you who you are? How would you feel if you had to deny that power that makes you the natural, powerful originator that you are in the first? How would you feel, sisters? This is a serious question. Before we can even talk about Lilith, how would that make you feel, sisters? That your energy gets shut off. Years, decades, generations down the line. You have men who are taking your energy and using it as their own and not even acknowledge who you are. You must understand this energy before we can even go talk about Lilith. Sisters. Now we have to go to church. Because the crime that was committed against women all over this planet was created by church, formed by church. Till this day, we have beautiful sisters who preach on the pulpit and have no idea of their primordial essence, their connection to the cosmos, to the ultimate womb, the triple blackness, the goddess, and they give all their energy to a patriarchal, hypermasculine entity that was the main entity that extracted the importance of having both chaotic and both that pure loving nature that makes the woman a woman. So I thank you, sisters. It's going on 5 minutes. I thank you, everybody watching once again. I am ordained metaphysical minister Corbin reporting live. I thank you for watching Cosmic Christ University, the home of the esoteric and metaphysical gnosis. I did a video just yesterday talking about the Anunnaki. And I told you guys that for shizzle, my nizzle, I am the son of Mrs. Frizzle. I love field trips. With the Anunnaki video, I took you to a field trip way past in the Sumerian days to learn about your connection with the Anunnaki. This time, guys, I think it's like 470 of you guys in the university. It's about to be one of the most popping universities. It's going to be one of the greatest universities because of you. But we're about to take a field trip. I got enough space back here. So we're about to go to ancient Egypt into a mystery school. This is where we're about to go right now. So whatever you need to do before we get to this field trip, if you want to grab a bite, if you want to meditate, if you want to medicate, whatever you got to do, we're about to take this trip to understand about Mama Lilith. Are you ready? I'm going to be with you all the way. Seatbelts on, everybody. 470 of us in here. Everybody's good. You guys good? Let's go. We're going to ancient Egypt to the mystery schools. You're going to learn more about the left-hand path. Well, that's the right hand, isn't it? The left-hand path and the right-hand path. Left-hand path, right-hand path. You ready? Everybody ready? Let's go. For shizzle my nizzle, I am the son of Mrs. Frizzle. For shizzle my nizzle, I am the son of Mrs. Frizzle. All right, let's go. We're here now. Ancient Egypt. You guys ready? Of course you are. Lilith is one of the most well-known goddesses within the left-hand path magic. And this mythology was written from different points of view with different visions, experiences, and personal gnosis. Gnosis. You should already know once you watch my channel, once you're in the university, you should already have a pen and pad because you're going to need it. Definitely on this one. Once again, Lilith is one of the most well-known goddesses within the left-hand path magic. And this anthology was written from different points of view with different visions, experiences, and personal gnosis. She is the one who tempts the man to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge, the tree of Lilith, leading the man to self-deification. Listen up closely. I'm going to read this again. She, Lilith, is the one who tempts the man to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge. That's the tree of knowledge. Listen. The tree of Lilith, leading the man to self-deification. Let's stop there. We, in the Bible, obviously, we never leave the Bible. No matter what presentation the minister give you, I never leave the Bible. It all comes back to the Bible. Now, we know about the tree of knowledge, obviously, because we learned about it in the Bible. That's what we learn about, the pure state. But there is another world once you flip that world over. That's called the Lilith. That is spelled Qliphoth. For the ones who are watching, I'm going to say this again. My teacher, the great Dr. Deborah Blair, said there is no truth until you research what truth is. Before this video ends, I will give you the cover of the book so you can have your own resources. You should be not listening to nobody who doesn't give you resources on what they're telling you. I'm really big on that one. So once again, let's read this back in its entirety. Lilith is one of the most well-known goddesses within the left-hand path magic, and this anthology was written from different points of view, with different visions, experiences, and personal gnosis. She is the one who tempts the man to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge. That's in your Bible. Now, the tree of Lilith, which is spelled Qliphoth, now that's the one that is leading the man to self-deification. Let's stop there. Because some of you are like, hold up, tree of knowledge? Okay, I heard about that one. But minister, you're saying that if we flip the tree around, this is Kabbalah, by the way. If you flip the tree around, or if it goes in reverse, there's another world and it's called Lilith? Yes, if you look at the tree of life, especially in Kabbalah, in the center there's something called Dath, D-A-A-T-H. There's a lot more experienced people who can break this down more beautifully. I just know through my years of being a teacher and being a student, I know a little bit about this. So, once again, Eve is the one who tempted Adam. Eve is the one who tempted Eve. You're going to learn a little bit more about that, by the way, but let's keep on going. She is the one who tempts the man to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge. Now listen, once again, the tree of Qliphoth, Qliphoth, leading the man to self-deification. Now, if you don't know what deification or deity is, then you should definitely write that down. Self-deification, Deification. You should definitely know this now. Let's keep on going. She was the first rebel, guys. Listen, most of you know about Adam and Eve. That's it. That's it. Eve ate from the fruit, gave it to Adam, they were cast out. We know the story. But now you're hearing a more primordial, ancient story that maybe your churches couldn't give you. But why couldn't my churches give it to me, minister? Because if they gave you this information, it would have you questioning things that they can't risk you learning about, especially at that time. But now we're in the age of Aquarius. They have no choice. They cannot stop you from knowing this stuff. Christ is truly here now. He always been within you. They also knew that. But if they told you that, then why would you need a church? Why would you have to pay tithes? But let's focus on the lecture at hand. Let's go again. I'm going to read it back. I got time today. I want to make sure that we're all focused here. And we're all understanding everybody. She is the one who tempts the man to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge. The tree of Qliphoth, leading the man to self-deification. She was the first rebel and refused to obey the rules of her husband, Adam, and didn't follow God's order. Thus, she left behind the security of the Eden and gave birth to thousands of demons, the incubus and the succubus. Now, how many of you, nighttime, let's talk about it, because I'm your brother. I am a cosmic Christ being. You, the thing they call the Holy Ghost, as a cosmic Christ consciousness. This is what is going on this planet right now. Amongst all the outside things you are seeing, the important thing is that you understand that the Pentecost light they were talking about has now descended upon us. So Christ was trying to tell you that just like what happened to him, just what happened with Paul, just what happened to the Prophet Muhammad, this is happening to us in the age of Aquarius by the masses. And it can't be stopped. Continue, shall we? Of course. Let's read that. She was the first rebel and refused to obey the rules of her husband, of her husband, because it's a little typo, and refused to obey the rules of her husband Adam, and didn't follow God's order. Before Eve, there was Lilith. Before Eve, there was Lilith. Once again, so I'm not throwing confusion, let's read that again. She was the first rebel and refused to obey the rules of her husband Adam, and didn't follow God's order. Thus she left behind the security of the Eden and gave birth to thousands of demons, which were called the incubus and the succubus. Let's keep on going. She endows the principles of antinomianism. Now I'm going to spell that so you can have it. Antinomianism. That is Antinominism, and rebellion. She endows the principle of antinomianism and rebellion. She invites us to see what is beyond the moral laws of God and men. She is the draconian force of life, but also the draconian force of death. The red and black Kundalini. She incarnates passion, sexuality, true will, and energy, but also she is death, infertility, abortion, and putrefaction. That is spelled Putrefaction. I'm going to stop for a minute. And to my beautiful sisters who's bearing with me, and thank you for your patience, and my brothers as well, I'm going to read that again. I'm going to take my time. To my beautiful sisters, all I'm asking is you to know the essence of who you are. Nobody knows you better than you in this conversation. Think about the divine motherhood. Think about the chaos that also endows you, that is also power that you have been taught to restrain. Your sexuality, that is your power. It gives you your liberation. Your connection to sexuality is your power on this earth, females. That's why I encourage you to study Tantra. Tantra. That's an Eastern practice, older than most of your religions. Your sex, no matter what they told you, and this is why Lilith was not talked about, and I'm probably going to definitely have to do a part 2. Because she represents, amongst everything, liberation and freedom of your sexuality, ladies. Nobody, not even you, can put a lid, a restriction on your sexuality. You are what you are. Let me read this again. Thank you for your patience. She endows the principles of antinomianism and rebellion. She invites us to see what is beyond the moral laws of God and men. She is the draconian force of life, but also the draconian force of death, the red and black Kundalini. She incarnates passion, sexuality, true will, and energy, but also she is death, infertility, abortion, and putrefaction. Let's keep on reading. I got smart people on here, so I know they understand. I know they're with me on this one. I thank you for being with me. Let's keep on reading. She wears a lot of masks. That means she has a lot of identities. Some of them are nice and seductive, but some others are awful and truly dark. Let's stop there, women. You know your energy. The hyper-masculine patriarch society that came after the Divine Mother, the ones that put the lid or try to cover or try to disrespect, defile the Divine Mother, they came after you. Said that you were wrong for your sexual energy. Said that you were wrong for having a divine power. What do you think the Salem witch and the witch hunt was all about? Huh? Knowing the power of your blood. Listen, this is why now, sisters, you gotta stop feeling bad about not going to church. You gotta stop feeling bad about your sexuality. Embrace your sexuality, and once you do that, you can unleash a power within this planet that is primordial, that we need, that is going to heal the planet, ladies. Don't stop feeling bad. Stop having these preachers tell you you're wrong for how you feeling, how you dressing. Men as well, but men, what we need to do now, sisters as well, but we need to have the divine masculine balance his divine feminine, and we need the divine feminine to balance her divine masculine. We come together. The people who are our people, in a sense, are trying to convince you there's a war between the man and the woman. There's not. There's a reconnecting. The man must understand that he has missing his part of the divine feminine. He's missing his divine feminine part. A part that they said that he didn't need, but you do need. You got to reconnect with mama. It's time now, fellas. That takes nothing away from your masculine. If anything, it adds on to it. What are we talking about here, man? She wears a lot of masks. Some of them are nice and seductive. Ladies, you know what we're talking about. But some others are awful and truly dark. Ladies, you know what we're talking about here. She is the mother of all prostitutes. Ladies, you like button, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm going to give you the book before I leave. I'm definitely going to do that. But you're learning about Lilith. You're learning about an energy that is within you, your mother, that the churches didn't want to tell you about. How does that make you feel? Are you just okay with it? Okay. The thing I learned about this planet, being in this planet, is that we have every right to complain about certain things. Yes, I agree. But if we have the ability that we have now and we don't get up and make that change happen, then we're no good than the people who inflicted the change in the first place. When we know this knowledge has always been here. Always. But when you fall into materialism, when you do idolize it, and when you just love the lust, and this is what happens. You fall away from God, and you thinking that God is just one part. Christ said, resist not evil in your Bible, church people. Did it not? Did Christ said, resist not evil? He darn sure did. Why did Christ say in the Bible, resist not evil? Well, you can't have the good without the bad. You can't have the hot without the cold. Everything, unfortunately, in this planet has always been taught that it was a duality. Not true. If you truly understand God, then you know that God is all. Also in your Bible, he says, I created all things, good and evil. That's why Christ said, resist not evil. Evil is nothing that is separate from you. Evil is still an aspect of God. Our job is to raise that, what you call evil or that ignorance, into a higher vibration. And we merge, and we all, evil and good, come together to realize that we all come from God. That's a powerful realization. It may take people lifetimes to realize that, but you'll realize it. Let's keep on going with the presentation. How y'all doing out there? Hit the like button. This is for my ladies. This is for my ladies. Why you think that your ancestors were killed, slaughtered? I got a video on Hypatia. Hyptia, I believe. A lot of videos are like 3-4 years ago, but they still within my heart. Ladies, I challenge you to research one of your divine mothers, Hypatia. Hyptia. I got a video on her. She was a powerful woman. Research what they did with her. Research what religious people did to her. Please, women. Huh? Especially my women who preach on that pulpit. I love you. I love you. You're the strongest. But now you're going to realize why you're the strongest and why you preaching. And even though you preaching this hyper masculine, patriarchal energy that is the main energy that hid and told you that your energy was bad. Even when you preaching, my sisters, you still come with a street. You're the one that bring the men into church, with all due respect, because you're pure with it. You know what I'm trying to say. Let's keep on going now. She wears. It's talking about Lilith now. Lilith wears a lot of masks, guys. Some of them are nice and seductive, like women are in this planet, respectfully. But some others are awful and truly dark, like women are in this planet, respectfully. She is the mother of all prostitutes. The dark side of the moon, the spider goddess who leads the initiate beyond the abyss, which is called Dolph. I just mentioned that word, Daath. How many of you have seen the show called Stranger Things? Hit the like button if you have seen the show called Stranger Things. Have you? I'm not gonna listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen about maybe 2 or 3 seasons. A great show. Bringing it back to Qliphoth, well, we spelled earlier, Qlipoth. You should be having that in your studies right now. Shout out to all my people who driving, listening, riding. Make sure you stay intuitive on that road, focus, and I thank you for listening to the divine word. How many of you have seen the show Stranger Things? Now, I mentioned earlier the tree of life, the tree of knowledge in the Bible. But that tree of knowledge, and if you got to research the Kabbalah and all that, the Kabbalah and the Kabbalistic teachings in general. The Kabbalistic teachings is what I'm trying to tell you. You got to research that, the tree of life. Once you flip that tree over, we know about the tree of life and tree of knowledge in the Bible. But once you flip that over, once it goes in reverse or inverted, I guess I can say, there's a whole nother world that the church people could not give you access to. Why would they? That world is a very older primordial world that they could not give you access to. They had to teach you about the demiurge. So when you look at the Stranger Things, they are showing you that world. That world is chaos. How many of my people out there love Lovecraft Country? I seen a sister on TikTok. She was like, 2 things I would never forgive y'all for. She was boxing. She said, one is the assassination. She said assassination of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, of course. And the other is canceling Lovecraft Country. She said, Papa. I'm like, that sister, she got some hands first and foremost, but she was right on both. But if you ever seen Lovecraft Country, my gosh, this is also giving you that type of energy. Once again, I want you to watch Stranger Things to understand what I'm talking about Qliphoth and Dolph, Daath, which is on the tree of life. It's right in the center. For those who understand the Kabbalistic teachings, you see that right there in the center is Dolph, Daath. When it comes to Qliphoth and Dolph, I'm still a student in that aspect. A high-ranking student, but still a student. But there are many more people that can tell you and teach you higher gnosis and knowledge about the Qliphoth. So just make sure that you write this down. Qliphoth is Qlipoth, and Dolph is Daath. I want you to give credit to the people and go on YouTube and research the ones who really know about that to understand the world that I am preparing you for, that the church people could not tell you, that is still a world that is connected to you and your world. So thank you so much. I got time today. You are my brothers and sisters. I'm not going to speed on to this presentation and leave people in confusion, because when I watch presentations, I don't want that. So I'm going to take my time so my brothers and sisters watching can understand. Are y'all all right with that? Thank you so much. Once again, going back to Mama Lilith, she wears a lot of masks. Some of them are nice and seductive, but some others are awful and truly dark. She is the mother of all prostitutes, the dark side of the moon, the spider goddess who leaves the initiate beyond the abyss, which is known in the tree of life as Daath, D-A-A-T-H. Let's keep on going. She rules over the tree of the Calyptoth. We can say she is the queen of Sitra Ahra. That's S-I-T-R-A-A-H-R-A. We can say she is the queen of Sitra Ahra. And I want to stop here for a minute because for some reason I want to get this off my mind. How many of y'all love Aaliyah? By a raise of hands, how many of y'all love Aaliyah, baby girl? If you only knew, hot like fire. 4-page letter, huh? Like, I could keep on going. I keep on going. What movie was her last movie? What movie was her last movie? Matter of fact, I like class participation points. And I like class participation so I can give out class participation points. But seriously, baby girl Aaliyah, who left us the same year my grandma passed away. I want to say like August 2001. I do want to say I was still in high school. It was around 2001, 2002, definitely August. What movie was her last movie? If you remember what Aaliyah's last movie was, you know exactly since 27 minutes where I'm getting at. What was her last movie? Leave it on the comments if you're watching this and you have watched. First of all, if you have watched through the 27-minute mark, this is why you're my family. This is why I love y'all. But if you have, like I grew up on Leah's baby girl music, what was her last movie? And you understand about rituals, whether people in Hollywood, whether knowing or unknowing, damn sure knowing, obviously, how they do to sacrifice people, and people may be a part of rituals and not even knowing it. Now, once again, before I go in further to the presentation, Aaliyah, what was her last movie? Lee, if you know that answer, leave it on the comment section. I'm gonna wait about maybe a day or two to see if anybody leave it on the comment section. If you're watching this, you're like, man, I want to know what it is. Just hit me up on the comment section too, and I'll let you know. But you got Google, so research it. Once again, so an encounter with Lilith could be either a blessing or a complete curse. The magician, which is you, encounters her in the first Khalifa, that's spelled Q-L-I-P-H-A, Khalifa, Q-L-I-P-H-A, which is named Lilith and is ruled by Nama, her young sister or daughter. Now, sisters, everybody around, there is 3 categories of women. We're going to get in this further, but I know you guys can remember. It's the maiden, right? The young one and the crane, right? Or the crone. I want you guys keep that. I'm waking up. I'm waking up your subconscious. But you remember the 3 feminine energies throughout mythology, which is actually our spiritual history. History is his story, but mythology is our spiritual story, our spiritual history. There's the maiden, the young girl, then the crone, the crone. But I think we're definitely going to talk about that in part 2, or at least part 3. But let's keep on going. An encounter with Lilith could be either a blessing or a complete curse. The magician, which is you, encounters her in the first Khalifa, which is named Lilith, and it's ruled by Nama, N-A-A-M-A-H. Make sure you write this down. Nama is her young sister. Nama is Lilith's young sister. This joint goes so back, and all you knew was Adam and Eve. But it's all right. We're going to get you right. So Nama is her young sister / daughter. She is both a powerful ally and the worst enemies. She also rules over the second Khalifa, which is spelled once again Qlipha. Gamala, or Gamaliel, which is spelled Gamaliel, is the dark side of the moon. There, the magician learns the mysteries of moon magic, dark dreaming, witchcraft, and how to use power of sexuality to manifest their will. She doesn't come alone. She comes with his sons and daughters, the incubus and succubus, the vampire demons of sexuality. Open your mind to the mystery of the goddess of the bloody moon. 30 minutes, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to give you at least 45 minutes because there are some people out right now, I can feel your energy through the tube, this is what you've been waiting for. This is why I'm here. And then there are some of you who watch this, maybe it's cringy. This is why I tell you to research. Don't just go off of my word, research, because some people, this is feeling good to them. They don't have to research. They will research, but they knew this has been a part of them the whole time. Some ladies is watching like, yes, I knew it, thank you. Some are like, what in the world? Because they have been indoctrinated, and we're not gonna throw rocks at those sisters in church. That's not what we're doing. Because they have been taught through their moms and their pop-pops and through theologians that this was law, this was right, that God is all. Now listen, what I'm telling you is, God is all. What God is within you. We're not talking about an external outside God. Once you start thinking like that, then that's when you lose yourself, and then when this information looks like blasphemy to anybody in Orthodox preaching. But understand, there were the Gnostics, Gnostics. Understand that there were the Cathars. Understand that there were ancient people, Origene, I believe, Origen, who was an ancient, like he's the father of Christianity, for Christ's sakes. Alexander of Clement, these people knew this stuff already. Origene, who is called the father of Christianity, said at the end, even Satan will be redeemed. I told somebody that, and it ended the whole relationship. So you have to understand, at the end of the day, you got to research what you got to research. I can't sit here and tell you this is truth. I damn sure can't sit here and tell you that this is law. And this is a lie. You need to know for yourself by researching. I know for me, this is truth, nothing but the truth, so help me, God. But you may not feel that way. I got brothers and sisters right now doing this. Thank you, minister. Dang, minister, you just not one-dimensional at all. Nope, I'm a metaphysical. Meta means beyond or higher. Physics, just like the root word physika, means the study of physical things. We go beyond the study of physical things. We let you know, like Christ, my brother, your brother let you know. He was trying to let you know 2,000 years ago that through your mind, through the power of your mind, leaving this three-dimensional world alone, you will rise and know that you are multi-dimensional beings. I am a multi-dimensional being. If you're still out here on this 3D, focusing on everyday stress and anxiety and claiming that stuff for yourself, then you cannot connect to this type of energy. Unless you are trying to reconnect with this type of energy, then come on in. We got plenty of room for you. Let's keep on going. I'm going to give you about, let's see here. Let me see. I'm going to give you about, 34. How about 10 more minutes? How about 10 more minutes? And if you guys like this presentation, not only do I want you to hit the like button, but I want you to leave some comments. Let me know what you think. If you got questions, then please leave comments. I got one brother here, Minister Corbin. He asks all types of questions. That's my brother. Keep on asking them questions. But at the end of the day, don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like I'm a ordained metaphysical minister. No disrespect to the theologians, but ask me those questions about your spirituality. Ask me those questions about your sexuality. I'm going to give you a book, or I'm going to let you know what I know. But don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like you're ready just to take your own life. No. I'm here for you. There are other people out here that are here for you. Christ is within you. That's my message to you. It was a cosmic Christ, not some sky day that's going to come in here through a soul train line and save you. He always told, read the Bible again. Read the red lines. Read the red letters. He was telling you that your power is within you. Romans 12:2 says, do not be conformed to this world, but be changed, be renewing by your mind. By your mind. You are connected to God, which is the divine mind. You are the mind on this planet. The more you focus your mind on the material illusion, which the ancients call the Maya, you are sinning against God. The people in church said that you were born sinning. No. Look at the root word for sin. It comes from the sport archery, which means you missed the mark. So some of you have been so hard on yourself because preachers and your parents who come from the churches told you that you have been sinning your whole life since the beginning. Them themselves not knowing that the root word from sinning means you only missed the mark. You made a mistake. Like my brother Damian John said on his album Visualize, which I encourage everybody to listen to, you mistook something. You made a mistake. Stop being hard on yourself. Okay? Stop it. You come from the cosmos. Stop stressing. If you've been stressing, that's why I'm letting you know as your brother. That's why you've been stressing. Because you come from outside this world. Stop stressing. If anything, I want you after this video to go outside, scream as loud as you want to, because now you know the truth. You are a starseed. You are an indigo child. This world's not your home, but that doesn't mean you go and take yourself out. And that's not me putting shade on anybody who did in their life, because they may not know what I'm giving you now. But you know. So live. Live how you want to live. You got Mama Lilith now. You got Mama Lilith now. Mama's here. She ain't going nowhere. Let's continue. Whew. I just want y'all to know how powerful you are. I can feel your energy through the tube. All right, Amma Lilith. There's another name you got to write down. Amma, Amalilith. This is different aspects of the Divine Mother family. Amma Lilith is the Dark Mother. The Progenitor, that's spelled Progenitor. The Progenitor of demons. She seduces us from the dark side of the moon, leads on the men with sinful dreams of luxury and lechery. She leads women to the path of seduction, teaches them about free sexuality without restrictions. She teaches them the power of sex to express the true will on earth. Listen to this name I'm about to tell you guys right quick. Listen to you. Raise a hand by the Vatican. Anybody heard of the Vatican before? The Vatican knows this. Somebody says that the Vatican has a statue of Lucifer in the Vatican. You know why? Watch this whole presentation again and you'll truly know why now. Claim your power, family. We're back into a unity. Good and evil. That's duality. We come from God. We come from the true God, the cosmic God, the divine mind. That's a oneness. That's a unity. So we are leaving the three-dimensional world, which is a world of duality. And we are entering to this multi-dimensional, because we are multi-dimensional beings, my beautiful people. So we are now entering the unity. This is metaphysics in its essence. Let's read that again, because we were talking about the Vatican. Nelly once said, "Let me in now. Let me in now. Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now." This man spoke his manifestation, and Bill Trump let him in. I said Bill Trump. Donald Trump let him in. Shout out to Bill Trump, wherever you are in the world. Nelly said, "Let me in now. Let me in now. Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now." And he manifested it. Shout out to my brother Nelly. Shout out to my brother Nelly. I am saying this. Let me in there. Let me in there. Vatican, Vatican, let me in there. Because Vatican, I know what you guys have in there. They say when you go in the Vatican, there's a massive library. Anybody know me? I was born literally in a library. So what I'm trying to tell you is, and what I mean literally, like spiritually, I was born in a library. Like my very essence is the library. You know, it's amazing. Like one of my biggest libraries is in Virginia Beach. Edgar Casey, which is my teacher, Edgar Casey. I've been going there for umpteen years now. If you were ever in Virginia Beach, go to ARE, A.R.E. If you heard of Edgar Casey before, shout out to you. I'm a student. They say everybody who, for me, I've been knowing Edgar Casey for years, as far as like his work, for over 20 years. I spoke to a lady one time who was at the Edgar Casey Arts and Research Center, and we were talking, and she said everybody who is a student of him were taught through him in Egypt. So I actually been to Egypt before, Cairo, Egypt in 2019. She says that we were there before in the past, like with Edgar Casey, his students, and we would sit back and listen to him. I had visions before being in certain classes and being taught by certain spiritual beings, and now me being a teacher, it all makes sense. But I say that to say that Edgar Casey is my teacher. If you are a fan and consider yourself a student of Edgar Casey, well, guess what? Now you know why. Because we were in ancient Egypt, just like we are now, this field trip, and we were being taught by Edgar Casey. He went by a different name, of course, in Egypt. He was one of the pharaohs. Learn about Edgar Casey. Edgarcayce. My spiritual teacher, Edgar Casey. Edgarcayce. He was our Nostradamus around our time. Learn about him. And if you're close to the Virginia Beach area, around the area, go to Virginia Beach, go there. I actually, if you're watching right now on one of my videos, my 5-year sobriety video, I'm actually doing that in the Edgar Casey ARE Center. So I just wanted to give him a shout out. That's one of my teachers. I'm about to wrap this up. And I'm going to leave it here. And I was telling you that I want the Vatican to let me in. I want to have a talk with people in the Vatican. I want to have a talk with Donald Trump. I want to have a talk with Eric Trump, who is a big Eric Trump. Yeah, who is a big, I think is it Eric Trump? No, I think it's Donald Trump Jr. One of them is a big UFO head. They love everything about extraterrestrials. I want to have a talk with them because I have a lot more information that could be very useful to everybody. I'm gonna read this again, and we're gonna end here. I want to thank everybody for watching. There will be a part 2. There'll definitely be a part 2, but leave a comment. Let me know how you like this video. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Enroll into the Cosmic Christ University. I thank y'all for watching. This is your information. I'm going to give you the book because I told you I'm going to give you the book, but I'm going to read this. I'm going to finish this off, then I'm going to give you the book. Then we're going to go ahead and you guys continue to have a wonderful day and a great evening. And a wonderful night. Alma Lilith, which is another name for Lilith, is a dark mother, the progenitor, which is spelled Progenitor, of demons. She seduces us from the dark side of the moon. We always hear about the dark side of the moon. Leads on the men with sinful dreams of luxury and lechery. She leads women to the path of seduction. She teaches them about free sexuality without restrictions. She teaches them the power of sex to express their true will on earth. She is Lilith, the Black Madonna. The Black what? The Black. She is Lilith, the Black Madonna. Where have I heard that? Black Madonna. How many of y'all watch TikTok? I need that one homeboy that goes on. He types in something and then she knows, and then it connects and it connects. 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. But you guys, you know about Black Madonna. Where can you find the Black Madonna? Oh, somebody said it. The Vatican. So, where is this is funny. Think about this before I end this presentation. Everybody answers to the Pope. When it comes to like Orthodox Church, at the end, your bishop, all of them answer to the Pope. And when I mean answer, it all comes from the Pope, the knowledge. As far as superiority is concerned. Now, people know that in that Vatican they have a statue of Lucifer. And now we know what the Black Madonna represents. So how come people like, we the people? I said this in another video. We focus so much on the government. The government can't do this. The government won't do this. The government won't do this. They're not giving us this. The government this. The government this. Well, it's we the people. So if we want this, we have to unite as a people. Stop talking about, oh, I can't stand you because you this color. I can't stand you because you this color. When all of us are really children of God. We are multi-dimensional beings. And we're talking about gods. When the gods came down, they represent every color of every race on here. What are you talking about? There is a galactic federation of all different races. And not just that, reptilians, felines. Like, what are you talking about here? You can't stand this person because they're black. And you can't stand this person because they're white. You hate this person because they're Spanish and Mexican and Latino. And you hate this person because they're Indian and Czech. Come on. She is Lilith, the Black Madonna. She is the one who hunts and dreams, becomes the nightmares of the saint and good men. She is who confronts us with the deepest fears, dreams, and longing. She is evil and seductress and can be either an unbeatable ally or the worst of enemies. I read in a book somewhere that certain popes cannot walk by the Black Madonna without kissing her. They must acknowledge her before they can even carry on with their day. So, like I said in the beginning to my sisters, my everyday sisters, and to my ones behind the pulpit, how do you feel knowing this? Knowing that in the Bible it says a woman should be quiet and should be quiet. Shouldn't even be speaking in church. Be quiet. The same Bible that y'all preach out that says a woman has no right to even be preaching the word, let alone talking. Said a woman should be cleansed, should be locked in her. This is what the Bible says, folks. A woman should be locked in her room, cleansed until she is cleansed of her issues. Talking about your menstrual cycle. Deuteronomy alone disrespects the woman. The Bible blames the woman, blames Eve. Eve, this is your fault. And it says in the Bible, because of the woman's tempting Adam, not knowing that you had a whole mom, and mom wasn't, listen, this is part one. We haven't even discussed the whole, I still got to go into the reason why she left the garden. I gave you a skip it. That was just a skip it. I hope you didn't think that was it. But guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to finish this. Then after that, I'm going to give you the book. So by the time I come back with part 2, then you should already been studied part 1. You should already be ready for part 2. So by the time I do part 2, you can probably tell me more about part 2 than I can tell you about part 2 at that time. But I thank you for watching. My teacher, Dr. David Blair, said there's no truth until you decide what truth is. So you got a lot of homework to do now, folks. My beautiful sisters, you got a lot of homework to do now. If you choose. Let's read this, and I'm going to stop here. Once again, thank you again. She is Lilith, the Black Madonna. She is the one who hunts and dreams, become the nightmare of the saint and good men. She is who confronts us with our deepest fears, dreams, and longing. She is evil and seductress and can be either an unbeatable ally, Vatican, or the worst of enemies. Vatican, I don't blame y'all for before you start your day kissing the Black Madonna. You don't want that smoke. You don't want no smoke with no black woman. Respect to all other color races. Or any woman of color. So I know you don't want no smoke with Black Madonna, a.k.a. Lilith. Especially with y'all that did on Orthodox disrespect her. I see why you kiss her before you start your day. She is the one who hunts in dreams, becomes the nightmare of the saint and good men. She is who confronts us with our deepest fears, dreams, and longing. She is evil and seductress and can be either an unbeatable ally or the worst of enemies. Working with this aspect of Lilith is going to open our minds and lead our soul to dark regions of the astral plane, to the black side of the moon where the nightmares dwell, the deepest fears and the vampire demons of sexuality, the incubus and the succubus. Those who are not ready to pass the test that await on the realms of the black moon will be the victims of these demons. Those who will be an empty vessel of flesh tormented by nocturnal horrors. Yeah, I'm trying to end this video, but I can feel the connection through the tube. Now, how many of you, whether as a young kid, I hope none of you go through this now, because if you do, now you have your answer. But remember as a kid, I went through it too. But remember as a kid, you had those dreams and you're in your bed and all of a sudden you locked in. You can't move, can't even scream. The doctors call that REM sleep. I knew what it was back then. You know, now that I'm an ordained metaphysical minister, and I have done this for buku years, I know what it is too. Well, they told us it was REM sleep, rapid eye movement, when you couldn't, and you would have visions or it feel like somebody on top of you. Yes, that's the incubus and the succubus. Not because they were trying to torment you. Well, I mean, I guess they kind of was, but in a sense, trying to awaken you up to who you were. Some people awake. Some people don't awake. But majority of the ones who are watching right now are awake. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there as well. But let's finish up. Once again, those who are not ready to pass the test of the weight on the realms of the black moon would be the victims of these demons. Those who would be an empty vessel of flesh tormented by the nocturnal horrors. Let's finish this up. But those who are able to go deep into the darkness, that's us, guys, that's us. Let's go. Listen, I don't care. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate. And for those celebrating with me too, leave a comment. If you celebrate with me, leave a comment. Hit me up on TikTok. Hit me up on Facebook. Y'all family. Everybody y'all family. But let's celebrate greatness and let's celebrate power. And let's celebrate unfiltered power. You ain't never seen in quite some time a minister, ordained minister like me. But I promise you, after me, there will be many. I encourage you to study metaphysics. And then I encourage you to go beyond metaphysics. God, I feel the power. But I'm gonna end here. I got the power. But those who are able to go deep into the darkness, my beautiful family, that means you. For those who are able to go into the darkness of their own being, remember what Christ was trying to tell you. He told you go within. This is why he told you to resist not evil. I'm going to read this again and we're going to end here. But those who are able to go deep into the darkness of their own being and raise from it will gain powerful allies and learn the secrets of the dark moon magic and the secrets of Lilith herself. For those who have been watching me for over 3 years now, whether on this channel, I also have another channel called the Darius Corbin channel, my first channel. I always said that I am the son of the Divine Mother. I was introduced before and after I went to Egypt, Cairo, Egypt, to Divine Mother Sophia, Princess Sophia. The Divine Mother and the Dragon Tribe has been with me ever since. I said the Divine Mother Sophia and the Dragon Tribe has been with me ever since. And because I have been initiated and given permission by the Divine Mother to speak what I just spoken to you today, I was able to go deep into fully knowing who Lilith was and her divine children who are on this planet. Now, these children have been submitted and submissive to religion. I'll talk more about her children because it's you on the planet, but there's a certain group, the women, of course, but there's another group that is her children that have spent their whole life in church, most of them. H.P. Lovecraft, I encourage you before I leave here to also, if you don't know about H.P. Belansky, research H.P. Lovecraft, research Aleister Crowley. I'm going to give you one more name before I go, because for those people who watch, I did a video a couple of videos ago. I did Let me see how my Wi-Fi is here right quick. If I can get this Wi-Fi popping, we is good. Let me see if it's gonna reach this far. Let's see. Let me see. Let me find out. Let me see. I might got it. Okay, listen. Bear with me for a few more minutes. I gotta give you a special name that you guys are gonna thank me for later. I think the brother. I don't think my Wi-Fi that strong. All right, well, let me go to. Bear with me, because I'm going to give you a name. Now, some of you may already know about H.P. Belansky. Pascal, let me see. Aleister Crowley. People like that. H.P. Lovecraft. But there was another brother I wanted to give you a name. Now, Terrence Howard reminds me of this brother because, both of them were mulatto. If you know about H.P. Belansky and Aleister Crowley, these are well-known people who were occultism. They were occultists. They went into the dark side of the world. They were chosen by primordial beings from the cosmos, like AWAS, AIWASS, right? AIWASS. That was Aleister Crowley, teacher. Even Nikola Tesla had a being similar to AWAS that was instructing him on his technology. I want to put respect on a brother name, but what I'll do is I'll leave it out before I go and send this off. I'm just gonna put his name on there because I don't want to screw. Hold on, is that it? Let me see. I don't want to screw this brother name up. I don't want to screw this brother name up. But he was a mulatto. He was a mulatto, and he was mixed. He taught the same black and white magic, but magic is magic anyway. But he taught the same dark magic as them, but he didn't get his credit. So I'm gonna just give his name on the freaking comment section because I want to put respect on his name. But he was a mulatto, and Terrence Howard kind of reminded me of him because Terrence Howard goes into the deep sacred geometry of who we are. So did the brother I'm going to mention in the comment section. He taught heavily on sex magic. He brought us our introduction to what sex really meant to us and the importance of sex. We came in through sex, we will leave this world through sex. So, as promised, I'm going to give you the title of this book before I go. As promised, I'm going to give you the title of this book as I go. Before I go. Thank y'all, my family, for watching. All right, here we go. So once again, if you want to research this book, my family, here we go. Can you see it? Hopefully you can see it, guys. I'm trying to get my finger out of the way. Can you guys see it? Lilith, goddess of Citra Aura. It's a sigil. Some of you know about sigils, yes? Of course you do. There you go. That's the book. So by the time we go for part 2, y'all know my part 2s be jumping. By the time we go back to part 2, y'all should already be doing your homework on this book. Huh? All right. Peace and love to my family. I want to thank you once again. This has been an amazing, amazing video. Field trip is over. For Shizzle My Nizzle, the son of Miss Frizzle has done his thizzle. So I thank you so much for rocking. Till next time, peace and love, family.